Oh, these so pretty. Oh my goodness. So let me talk a little bit about these. They are for a R34 Nissan GTR, which is the Nissan Skyline, whatever you want to call it, anywhere from 1999 to 2002. So this is a quad retrofit with a matte black paint job on the inside. The first time I've ever done a matte black finish. So that is why we're getting mostly a reflection of this me, right? But try and focus on the headlights. I know that I have an amazing body, you know, all that jazz. But these headlights are even more amazing and interesting and beautiful than even I am, believe it or not. Again, quad retrofit, Morimoto Mini H1s. I did the square Gatling gun shrouds, and each one of them is beautifully aimed and oriented, because when you do a quad retrofit properly, you must do left, right, up, down, and rotational alignment between the two to make sure everything matches up. Now these are the original housings off of the car. This is Matt's GTR. I've worked on his GTR in the past before. I think I did a little bit of his audio system, a lot of electrical work on it. Beautiful car, super cool, and these headlights are really gonna set it off. Being the original headlights on the car, they were, what, 20-something years old. They were in horrendous condition, so there is some damage on the housings themselves. I did as much as I could to restore them, but from the back side of it, as you can see, it's completely sealed up. We're rocking different sized housing caps in order to keep them all nice and waterproof. Amp connectors at the back, along with the high beam connector, amp connectors, and high beam connector. Again, quad retrofit. And then we have the single RGB connection coming at the back. That is for those 3 strips that I'm sure you've seen. Did 3 little scallops, one right there, one right there, and one right there. That is deceptively difficult to pull off in this housing, but I'm really pleased with the way it came out. They are nice and even, slightly different angles, obviously, because the curvature in each assembly was slightly different, but you know, we work with what we got. Now the reason that I point out that there is only one connection coming at the backside is because there is only one channel of control across this entire setup. And as, yeah, there's 3 strips. So what I did was I wired them all internally. That was client request, was that he just wanted one output for all 3 of them. So we have a single channel diode dynamics controller controlling these RGB strips, which are all cut to length. So let's see, that is our blue. We can do red. He wanted just a red for driving mode. That was really the intended goal, but we can also do white so that he can actually be legal. That is our green, a little cyan, that's yellow, or you know, a little purple in there too. So these are just super gorgeous. Other little touches that I did that you won't be able to pick up in this video is back in that section there, it actually used to have a raised word that said Xenon. Well, guess what? That's gone, because these are not Xenon assemblies anymore. Stock is a HID reflectorable, which is super rare, but as you might have seen from my QX4 video, right in this time period, that was when the HID technology had exceeded the optical design technology, so they were still utilizing reflectorables rather than projector assemblies for their HID technology. I'm going to put this bad boy on a 7-color jump now, and that way every time I edit this video, you're going to be like, whoa, that video, the color just changed. So another fun little touch that I did in there was that this entire area back here used to have these clear ball-shaped things. Why am I even talking about it? I still have it. So these used to be in here, right? And the thing was I just didn't like the way that this looked, but it had these 3 tabs here, and those obviously left holes, and the whole assembly was kind of like all ridged and nasty and weird and stuff. So I just got rid of it all. I shaved it, I did some plastic welding, I made it super pretty, and just made it nice and smooth, which also really facilitated putting the strip in there. So it was pretty necessary. So there's a lot of body work on the interior assembly of this, and to be honest with you, it's kind of a bummer that I'm trying to videotape this because all you see is a reflection of my beautiful body. When unfortunately, what's really pretty here is the interior. Just that detail in there is just so cool, but all we're gonna see is a reflection because, well, that's what the camera wants to pick up. So as far as the performance of this is concerned, we do have performance. It's legit. It is, like I said, a quad MH1, so this is quad low beam and quad high beam. One last little side note about the restoration of this that I had referenced earlier, and part of the reason why this reflection is so strong is because this whole front lens was so foggy and beat up. It had rock chips and cracks and all sorts of aging on it. So the whole thing got sanded down super hardcore and re-clear coated. So what you're seeing is a super shiny, smooth, fully restored lens. That's unfortunately why I can't even get any of this on the video, but man, trust me, oh trust me, this thing is dope. Okay, so on to headlight output now. Now, something particularly interesting about this headlight housing, it was the first time I've seen it before, where the low beam and the high beam locations were independently aimed. They each one had 2 adjustment knobs on it, so that you'd think would actually make it easier to do a quad retrofit, but truthfully, it actually makes it more difficult. But I got it accomplished, and this is what we're looking at here. So onto the wall we go. As you can see, one is just slightly higher than the other right now, but as I said, that can be easily adjusted because both of them independently go up and down. When this is put onto the car, what that actually means is I'm just gonna have to aim 4 headlight assemblies, which isn't exactly super ideal, but you know, whatever, such is life. The real important part is that the fact that they're both level and that the beam cutoff step is always equally apart. That is the important part. The distance from there to there must stay the same in order for you to get a proper cutoff pattern. What's actually really super fun about this is also the first build that I ever did where I converted a right-hand drive to a left-hand drive setup. So that is, you know, in itself, like I just made this car slightly more legal for the United States driving. Doing my job. Oh my goodness, and one more thing, I'm so sorry I'm all over the place with this video, but they're also all switchback. So basically whatever the feature is that's playing on the controller right now, when he uses the turn signal, it's gonna override and blink amber as the turn signal does. It is beautiful. Pricing and product information utilized in this build will be in the description below, so make sure and read that. Don't email me unless you're really willing to spend some coin, because these were a ton of work. I am super proud of them, and I cannot wait to deliver these to my very favorite GTR owner and get them rocking on his R34. Thank you so much for watching, guys. This is 13 with Superior Mobile by 13. I hope you're having yourself a wonderful afternoon. I shall talk to you later. See you!